My next guest is one of the newest members of the UFC roster. He picked up a contract this past Tuesday on Contender Series. It's Collin Anglin back here on the program. Collin, how's it going?
It's going really well. Can't complain, Back home in Michigan for like about a week, visiting my family and friends. And, right back to the grindstone when I get back to Colorado.
What's that like being home, a UFC fighter now? Because I know you left. I mean, people have known your story, but I'll kind of give the Cole's notes. I mean, you left Michigan to go to Colorado, moved your entire life over there to train at Factory X for this opportunity to a certain degree, just to, show that you're ready to go. And it paid off. What was that like when you got off the plane and greeted your family and you're a UFC fighter now?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's hard to describe. It's almost surreal. I still don't even think it's hit me. Yeah. Everyone's like, you're in the UFC, and I'm just like, I know I don't know, it's crazy, but it just doesn't. I guess it just doesn't feel like it yet or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just hasn't hit me.
Okay.
But I'm seeing the entire family tomorrow. Everyone's coming over, and it'll probably sink in then.
Cool. Well, it's well earned, man. What a great fight that was. One thing I wanted to ask you about the matchup was what surprised you the most about your opponent? Because it was a pretty interesting one. I mean, it wasn't like a clean cut win. It was obviously there were some moments for him in the fight as well. What surprised you the most?
Let's see. He didn't. He was tough as nails, He never stopped fighting, even in that third round when I just felt like I was, hitting him with everything I had. I was putting everything I had behind some of those punches, and they were stumbling him, but he never went down. He continued to fight, and I think that he was just tough as nails, and that surprised me. I was expecting him to eventually go down.
It's very durable. Yes, I think we saw that in the fight for sure. Just obviously, sort of an iron chin there. What about the game plan? What was it heading into the fight? What were you planning to do? And it looked like you executed it because you got the win.
Yeah, just pressure him. Don't let him pressure me. And just work my hands and eventually work into a takedown. So yeah, I think I executed it pretty well. There's multiple times I could have taken him down throughout the fight and just chose not to. I just felt like I said, I felt like he was going to go down eventually, and he never did. But yeah, that was the game plan. Just pressure him and blend my striking into my takedowns.
So the fight goes the distance. Your hand gets raised. You're pretty happy, I'm sure, getting the victory. Yeah. Do you think you have the contract at that point, or are you a little bit worried? Like what's going through your head? Because it was a great fight. I'm sure you heard, everyone. Well, I mean, there wasn't a crowd there, but I'm sure you kind of knew that it was a good fight. But then, Dana White obviously likes finishes. So what percentage were you giving yourself at that point about getting the contract?
Well, I think it was pretty obvious that I was really working for that finish. I wasn't. I had that third round in the bag, and I wasn't, letting up on him. I just was, nonstop continuing to go forward. And I was really trying hard to get that finish. It just, some guys just takes a little bit more, I guess, to go down for him to go down. So, I was happy with. Honestly, when I got my hand raised, I was just so happy. I got the win, and I was just like right then, I wasn't even thinking.
You're just all about, hey, I was happy with my performance. It doesn't matter what happens. Obviously you wanted the UFC contract, but you're just you were just more impressed with the win itself, right?
Yeah. I was just super happy I got the win, and probably like literally 2 seconds later, I was like, I looked at my coaches and I was like, okay, hey, do you think I did enough? You know, do you think I did enough to get that? And they were like, who knows? You know, I don't know. Dana was giving you a standing O, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on my way out, you know, on my way out of the cage, he he shook my hand and just said, like, you know, hell of a fight. That's what Tuesdays are for. And so I was like, okay, well, that's a good sign too. You know, I was feeling pretty good about it. Just from his reaction, you know.
Now, he's reading out the contracts. He says your name. What's going through your head at that point? Because I know even right now, like you said, you don't feel like you're a UFC fighter, but you must have, like, were you able to, you know, enjoy the moment when he's reading that?
Absolutely. Yeah, when he said, you know, like, I don't even really remember what he said. He said, you know, come over here and get your contract, or kid, or something like that. And yeah, it was cool, especially just because he was, you know, he's saying good things about me, and it's just cool. It's really cool to see, you know, Dana White sit there and talk about you, and just say good things about you. And then, it was a very special moment. And yeah, when he said to go get the contract, I was like, hell yeah, you know. I just got up, walked straight over there. I didn't even look back, you know.
Have you or your management spoken to the UFC about, you know, potentially what's next? Because, like I said, they were really happy with your performance.
Yeah, I think my management probably is doing that right now. I just I haven't done anything, you know. That's what they're for. But I'll be talking to them later today and seeing what they have to say.
What would be sort of a perfect timeline for you to get back in the cage? Like, have you thought of that yet?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have any injuries. I could fight next weekend. You know, I'm pretty good to go. So really, whenever they decide, it's whatever they throw at me, I'll be ready and happy to accept a fight.
Any opponents interest you in your debut, or you leave that up to your management?
Yeah, I leave it up to my management. I don't.
You don't strike me as a guy who's, you know, going to get on here and say, I want you as my first UFC, like some pro wrestling promo or something, right?
Yeah, no, I don't. No, that's not me. You know, maybe one day I'll be doing that, but I don't really. Honestly, I don't know. I don't pay attention enough to be calling guys out and stuff like that.
No, for sure. What's the feedback been like since the win? Not just from, you know, your family and friends from back home in Michigan, but, you know, your teammates. I'm sure some other fighters might have reached out to you. Maybe they didn't even know. Like, what's that been like to see the messages on social media past the fight?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Like I thought I got a lot of support before after I'd win a fight. You know, this is crazy. I like to. I'm trying to read every single one of them and reply to every single one of them, but it's a lot. There's a lot of messages, so it's going to take me a few weeks to go through all of them. But yeah, it's just I'm super grateful, and like I said, it just doesn't even feel real. Like it's like so crazy to me that all these people are messaging me and like, you know, don't even know me, and they're just saying, like, you know, you gained a fan, you know, from that one, and hell of a fight, great job, super happy for you, super proud of you. It just is. It's a great feeling, and I'm super thankful to all of them. And so, you know, I'm trying to get back to everyone, but it's going to take some time. So hopefully people can bear with me on that one.
Sure they can. Did you have any, like, fighters reach out to you that maybe you didn't know, like any that you weren't expecting? Or maybe you have, you just haven't seen the message yet.
Maybe I have. I just haven't seen it yet, but not really. Pretty much most of the fighters that reached out to me, I know or train with or have trained with. So, but you know, I haven't, like I said, I haven't gone through every single one yet.
You know something I didn't think of in our last interview. So I know you and Brandon Royval have trained very closely together, and Brandon's obviously fighting coming up here next week. But he's an Avs fan. You're a Red Wings fan. How do you guys get along? How does that even work?
Yeah, we talked about it like a couple weeks ago.
You just buried the hatchet, or what?
And yeah, pretty much. He just, I don't know. I feel like that rivalry's like.
It's kind of dead now because Detroit's not what they used to be. Unfortunately, Colin, I got to be honest here. They didn't. And you know what? I'll say this too.
Hey, give us time. Okay?
We didn't talk about this last time. They got screwed this year in the draft. I don't care what anyone says. They had the worst record by a country mile, and now they give it to another team because of that lottery ball thing. That's stupid. I don't like that. So you guys should have got the first pick. Lafreniere should have gone to you guys. So
I agree.
Yeah.
That does suck, but. You know, we got Stevie Y making the picks, so
can't go wrong with Stevie Y, right?
Yeah, he'll do a good job, and just got to give us some time. You know, I mean, we ran the show for so long.
Yeah, there was a streak. I forget when it was. Like at least till I was an adult, where I remember like being like a younger kid till like I was an adult. You guys made the playoffs every year. Like there was like no years of missing it. So you've had a pretty good for a while.
25 times, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think it's like 25 years in a row.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that, but I think it's 25. Yeah, unbelievable. But we're as fans. I think we're to the point where we are like, okay, it's great keeping the streak alive, and it's great, watching playoff hockey. But let's figure something out because we're just getting into the playoffs and losing in the first round.
Exactly.
You know, like that's kind of getting old. So whatever. It's a good, well-needed rebuild for the Red Wings. And it's going to take some time.
Did you channel your inner Steve Yzerman in that fight on Tuesday? Did you feel that? Like, just come in there and, persevere?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Had to pull out a little, the heart of a lion. So, yeah.
I know I'm going to lose half my audience by the fact that we're talking hockey, but I do have to mention, my favorite goal of all time is Steve Yzerman's goal against St. Louis in the playoffs. It was against St. Louis. It's the one where he comes just off the blue line and he does that slap shot and it goes top corner over John Casey's shoulder. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Such a good goal. Like
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he was unreal.
Yeah.
And he's a good GM too. So you saw what he did with Tampa Bay, and they're about to win a cup.
Well, we'll see. So. Dallas, man, they've really surprised. They got a hot goalie too, which is unusual. Their goalie only makes like $2 million a season. Like he was totally he's their backup, right? Because Ben Bishop was their starter. So we'll see what happens. But I want Dallas to lose. I want Tampa to win again. I've never been a Dallas guy. So
yeah, I've never been a Dallas guy either.
There we go. We got that in common.
I just want to watch good hockey. I don't really care who wins, to be honest with you. I just want to
watch. You don't want to see you don't want to watch like the New Jersey Devils when they're playing like defensive hockey like they did in the 90s, right? Like I think we can agree with that.
I don't.
My last question before I let you go, you mentioned you're back home in Michigan. So what's the plan for the next couple weeks? Because I'm sure you're going to, enjoy some good food, enjoy the win and everything, and then probably back to business pretty soon here. What's everything looking like going forward?
Yeah, like I said, I'll be here for like 4 days or something like that. I think I leave Monday. So it's my niece's birthday tomorrow. She turns 2, so I'm going to see the family and have a good time, probably eat some cake. And then really, like, when I get back Monday, I'll get right back on my nutrition plan and then, do some light work at the gym next week. I don't think I'm going to spar or anything like that. But then after that, it's back to work. So, I mean, a week and a half of taking it easy, and then I'll be right back in there.
Congratulations on the win. Looking forward to your UFC debut whenever that may be. In the meantime, if you got anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me on. I want to thank my nutritionist, Mary Vance, with Champion's Choice Nutrition, and she's out of Michigan. She huge help this camp, had my weight perfect. and then I, Landau Sports Performance, strength and conditioning, and then my gym, Factory X, my coaches, Coach Mark Montoya, Coach Busy, Coach Scotty, Joe Warren, James Krause for coming out and cornering me. That was awesome. He's a great coach and a great fighter, and he was a huge help to me this past weekend. And then hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone or anything. I'm drawing a blank. I think
you probably thank everyone on social
yeah.
media anyways, right? So
Yep, I do. So once again, thank you. I appreciate you, and thank you to everyone sending me support and all my friends and family.